So today in this topic we are going to discuss about the first chapter of class 12, solid state chemistry. In that, in the previous classes we have discussed about the characteristic features of crystals, types of unit cells and the 7 regular shapes of an unit cell. So now in this class we are going to discuss about number of atoms in a given number of atoms in a unit cell. So the number of atoms in a unit cell. So for a unit cell, we will now just consider about a primitive unit cell and body centered unit cell, and the last one, face centered unit cell. So we are going to discuss about number of atoms present in each of the primitive unit cell, body centered unit cell and a face centered unit cell. So now first let us discuss about the number of atoms present in a primitive unit cell. So a unit cell, as we know, let us consider a cubic unit cell. That is because a cubic regular shape of a unit cell carries these three, which are primitive, body centered and face centered. So primitive, body centered and face centered are quite commonly found in our cubic system. So in this cubic system we know we have 8 atoms present in the 8 corners of a primitive unit cell, right? As we have discussed earlier, a primitive unit cell of a cube carries 8 atoms, one each at the 8 corners of a unit cell. Now what we have to know is, we can clearly say that there are 8 atoms present in a unit cell, so therefore the total number of atoms present in a primitive unit cell is 8 atoms. But actually it's not that what happens here. If we consider this one atom present over here, so that one atom might be shared with different number of spheres or different number of unit cells. Let us say if I am considering this as a 2-dimensional diagram, so this is a point or an atom which I am taking. So this atom can be surrounded by 4 different unit cells, such as like this. So that point can be shared by 4 unit cells. I am just writing a 2-dimensional diagram. Just if you consider a tiles arranged on your ground floor, so on your floor. So one point is shared by 4 unit cells, right? This is in 2 dimension. If you consider it is in a 3 dimension, then if you have to place 4 more unit cells on that same point, just like 4 cubes placed over one over the other, like this. So one particular point of a unit cell, this particular point of a unit cell can be shared by 4 atoms at the one level in a 2 dimension and 4 more if you take it on a 3 dimension. So therefore if you consider this point, so there will be one more unit cell just like this at that position, if you write it like this. Okay, so this point is now shared by 2 unit cells and the 2 unit cells present towards you, that is like this. We'll take it on yellow. So this is again a unit cell attached to the behind one, and similarly one more unit cell like this, right? So this complete atom has sharing is one particular atom, the complete unit cell is sharing its one particular atom with 4 unit cells in one line. So there will be 4 more at the top, so that 4. One atom present at one corner of a unit cell will be shared by 8 unit cells. One atom present at the corner of a unit cell will be shared by 8 unit cells. Therefore the total number of atoms in a unit cell is given by the formula number of atoms present in a corner or edge or body center, wherever you take. So if you are considering now for just a primitive cell, the total number of atoms present in each corner multiplied by share of each unit cell, multiplied by the share of each unit cell. So what will be the unit cell share for each atom? So one atom is shared by 8 different unit cells. Therefore, one atom divided by 8. So there is one unit cell shares 1 by 8th part of an atom to itself. So therefore, for a primitive unit cell, we have 8 atoms present in 8 corners, and share of one unit cell for one atom is 1 by 8. Therefore, we get 8 ones are cancelled. We are left by 1 atom per unit cell of a primitive type. That means a primitive unit cell can carry just 1 atom in it in exact manner. So if we just simply say that there are 8 atoms in 8 corners, that's not the exact answer. The exact answer will be 1 atom per a unit cell of primitive type. Okay, that is because 1 atom will be shared by 8 different cells. So there are 4 over here and 4 more will be placed above it. So all these elements, all these atoms present in 8 corners will also be shared in the same manner. So 1 by 8th of it, 1 by 8th of it, 1 by 8th of this, and 1 by 8th of this. So that will be 4 by 8. Similarly 4 by 5 at the bottom. So it will be 8 by 8, leaving behind just 1 atom per unit cell of a primitive unit cell. Okay, so this is about the number of atoms in primitive unit cell. Next, we'll discuss about, so if you have understood this, now next will be a bit easier for you. So next we are going to discuss about number of atoms present in body centered unit cell, or we said body centered. So number of atoms present in a body centered unit cell. So again we'll consider a unit cell. As we know, a body centered unit cell has a primitive unit cell in it, and along with that primitive unit cell, it has further one more atom present at the center. So now I am taking the normal atoms at the corners in yellow chalk, 8 exactly like this, and one atom at the center, right? So that center lies inside the unit cell. So now for this, the total number of atoms will be there are 2 types of atoms over here, one present at the corners, therefore number of atoms at the corners, and share of each unit cell at the corner, okay, and along with this we have one more atom, that is one atom at the center, and this one atom present at the center will not be shared by any other unit cell, that completely belongs to this particular unit cell, therefore we will take 1 over there. So now you are simplifying, we will get 8 into 1 by 8 plus 1, so that will be 1 plus 1, giving 2 atoms per unit cell of body centered. So that means a body centered unit cell has 2 atoms in it by volume. Okay, so in case of atomic volume, a body centered unit cell carries 2 atoms in it. So next we will discuss about the last one, face centered unit cell. I will leave this formula like this itself. So now for the face centered, so what we know is there are 6 atoms present in 6 phases, right? 6 atoms present in 6 phases. So this is a phase 1 atom, this is phase 2, phase 3, this is phase 4 on the back side, phase 4 on the front side, so phase 5 on the front side, and phase 6 at the bottom. So there are 6 atoms each present at the center of each faces of a cube. Now if you consider this as an atom, so let us say this is an atom now, okay, so this atom is placed on the one of the faces. So if you take this as a cube, I am placing it at the center, like punching it hole. So if I am placing an atom at the center of this phase, that means it will be completely divided into 2 halves, right? So one by this unit cell, and the other will be the next attached to it. So therefore one atom present at the face is shared by 2 unit cells. One atom present at the faces can be shared by 2 unit cells, just like one wall shared by two rooms. So if we have a just single wall and it is next to one another of a room, that means one wall will be shared by two rooms, right? Similarly, this wall is shared by two unit cells and this wall contains an atom at the center. That means this atom will be shared by two unit cells. Therefore, we have 6 atoms and these 6 atoms are shared by 2 unit cells. Therefore, that is 1 unit cell carries half of the atom in it. So if you write that formula for that, we'll get number of atoms at the corner into share of each atom plus number of atoms at the faces, into share of each unit cell. So this will be the formula. So therefore, the number of atoms at the corners are 8 into 1 by 8 plus number of atoms at the faces. We have 6 atoms at 6 faces. Share of 1 unit cell is half. Therefore, 1 plus 3 giving us 4 atoms.